A very good day to Professor Dr. Noraini. In this video, my group and I will be presenting our Requirement Engineering Group Project 1, which is the topic Develop a User Requirement Specification URS document for project complexity and risk assessment tool system. My name is Leanne and my group mates are Nusrat, Zulaika, and Jivitra. So this is the flow of our presentation. We will first talk about the introduction, then move to document purpose, user classes, user characteristics, operating environment, user documentation, assumption, dependency, external interface, use case diagram, functional requirements, and last but not least, non-functional requirements. So for introduction, the Project Complexity and Risk Assessment PCRA tool system is to support the Treasury Board policy on the management project and the standard for project complexity and risk. This is also to ensure that each plan or proposed project which is subject to the policy is accurately assessed to determine its level of risk and complexity for the purpose of project approval and expenditure authority. This document is intended for project manager, which enable them to effectively gather, analyze, manage, and communicate user requirements throughout the project lifecycle and rough estimation and prediction of the system budget and timeline. For software developer, it's a blueprint for them to understand and implement user needs. For software tester, it provides a comprehensive framework for test planning, execution, and evaluation. For stakeholder, it provides a shared understanding of the project goals, objective, and user needs. And for user, it provides a comprehensive understanding of the functionality features and performance expectation of a product, system, or service. User class. So there are several user classes in this PCRA tool system. Administrator, they are the IT personnel. They ensure the smooth operation, security, and maintenance of computer system and network. Then got applicants. This one usually the project manager, the one that submit applicants for license approval. And after that, the reviewer, who is the deputy head, they review and assess submitted applications. And then approval from the Treasury Board, they make the final decision on whether to approve or reject an application. So basically, they are the big boss who can say can or cannot to the applications. And last one is the endorser, also from Treasury Board. They provide specialized expertise for specific applications. User characteristics. For user characteristics, first we got the administrator. These are the IT personnel. They are expert because they manage a wide range of tasks for installing and configuring hardware and software to troubleshooting technical issues and providing user support. They use the system quite often, which means they need to be quite vigilant about security, therefore got high requirements. Next is the applicants. Normally the project manager. This one quite straightforward. They just need to know the basic computer to send in application for licenses and keep track of them. And they don't do this all the time. So the security check on them is quite relaxed, just minimal. And the reviewer is usually the deputy head. They need to be more competent with computer because they check all the applications, make sure that like everything is tick and tight and provide feedbacks. And they use the system quite a bit, so the security for them is moderate. And then got the approval from the Treasury Board. This person needs to be advanced computer user and know the licensing well because they decide if an application is good to go or not. Like the administrator, they also use the system a lot, so high security for them as well. And lastly, we have endorser. Also from the Treasury Board, they are the experts in their respective domain like legal, financial, and technical matters, and they give advice to the approval of special cases. So how often they use the system can change a lot. So the security for them can be moderate to high, also depending on how sensitive the stuff they handle. Next, I would like to pass to Zulaika.
In this SRS also, we cover the operating environment, which covers the hardware, software, network, environmental, compatibility, performance, scalability, and security. For the user documentation, we provide user manuals which to provide comprehensive instruction for using the system, including explanations of features, step-by-step procedures for common tasks, and troubleshooting guidance. We also provide quick start guides to offer a concise overview of the system's essential features and how to get started using it quickly. We also offer online help to provide context-sensitive assistance and answers to frequently asked questions. We also prepare training materials to include tutorials, workshops, and e-learning courses to help user gain proficiency in using the system, where there will be also reference materials to provide detailed explanation of technical concepts, system configuration, and API specification. Last but not least, the release notes to inform the users of changes and updates to the system. We make assumptions on the 4 categories, where the first one is the assessment questions and scores can be modified by the admin. The second one, the users will have the option to print the report in the report generation section. The users will also understand the system features and functionalities without extensive training. And for future enhancement, the system will be able to accommodate integration with third-party services and will function as expected. On the dependencies, the system will be installed on a machine running Linux operating system and MySQL 8.0 or newer. The PCRA tool application also depends on a database to restore and retrieve data. The domain names are resolved to IP addresses using the domain name system, DNS, which creating dependencies between DNS servers and clients. And also the network traffic relies on routing protocols to find its way through the network to the intended destination. Next. For the external interfaces, we cover 3 area, which is the first one is hardware, where we'll be using mobile, desktop, and laptop. For the software, we will use the Azure SQL Server and Active Directory. And for communication, we will be using, the system will be compatible to Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, and Microsoft Edge. This is the use case diagram for the project PCRA tool system, which clearly stated out the logout, the login function, the view project, the view PCRA scores, the manage project, how to manage project, the updating of the project, the answer for the PCRA question, view users, manage users, view roles, manage roles, the view permission and manage permission, and also view PCRA questionnaires and managing the PCRA questionnaires, which consists of project manager and admin as a user. For the functional requirements, this is the detailed explanation of the functional requirements. For the first one is for the login features, which allow users to log into the PCRA system using their email and password. We also provide logout features, which allow users who have logged in to log out from the system. And then we have manage project to allow users to create, read, update, and delete the project. And also we have answer PCRA question, which features allows users to answer the PCRA assessment question, which are divided into 7 sections or categories, including project characteristic, strategic management risk, procurement risk, human resource risk, technical risk, organizational risk, and environmental risk. The fifth functional requirement is view PCRA score, where this feature allows users to view the scores of PCRA assessment for all projects. This can be useful for tracking the project risk and complexity level over time and comparing it to the other projects. The sixth functional requirement is to generate assessment report, where these features allow users to generate and download a PDF or other formatted report for their PCRA assessment. The report also can be shared with other stakeholders to provide them a summary of the project risk and complexity level. There will be also a functional requirement for manage users, where it will allow the admin to manage users. Users is referring to anyone who can access to the system, for example, project managers. While managing roles will allow admin to manage user roles, they can be useful for assigning different roles to different users. While managing permission, these features allow admin to manage roles permission and can prevent unauthorized access to reduce the risk of data breach. And last but not least, to manage the PCRA questionnaires, where these features allow admin to manage the question in the PCRA assessment, which can be useful in the question need to be updated or revised.
Next is the non-functional requirements. Non-functional requirements for PCRA2 system defines the characteristics beyond functions, which are quality attributes, performance, safety, scalability, reliability, maintainability, and so on. It ensures optimal operations, safety measures, adaptability, and quality attributes. So the non-functional requirements guide development through foundational criteria, aligning tech functionalities with goals and user expectations. So these are the non-functional requirements. First one is performance, in which it is regarding the response time, throughput, scalability, resource usage, and load handling. The second one is security. It is regarding the access control, data encryptions, authentications, and authorization. The third is scalability with regards to horizontal and vertical scalability. The fourth one is software quality attributes with regards to maintainability, usability, testability, and adaptability. The fifth one is reliability. It is fault tolerance, availability, backup, and maintainability. And the sixth one is maintainability with regards to readability, documentation version control, error handling, testings, and test automation. And moving on, we have regulatory, which is the legal compliance, data privacy, and compliance reporting, and accessibility, which is the navigation, alternative text for images, and input elements accessibility. And we have localizations, date and time formats, numeric formats, support for regional units of measurements and testing across different environments. And last but not least, we have business rule as the non-functional requirements. It is with regards to the risk assessment criteria, data validations, workflow automations, and decision-making logic. So in conclusion, all the above mentioned attributes and measures to the attributes are fairly explained and ensured for the PCRA tool system. It has been ensured that the developer met the requirements of the stakeholders and implemented effectively while making it clear for the stakeholders to evaluate the system performance and quality. So that's all from us. Thank you very much, and feel free to ask us any questions